Delta Airlines is now offering each of the passengers from that crashed flight in Toronto the other day $30,000. Apparently, the Delta Care team is telling the passengers this gesture has no strings attached and does not affect your rights. Thankfully, there were no fatalities associated with this flight, and last word was that one person was left in the hospital being treated for their injuries. I guess the main question I had about this was, the investigation isn't done yet. So is this like a preemptive strike? So Delta might not get sued for, hundreds of millions of dollars? See, according to Delta Airlines, they had really experienced pilots on the flight, so it's not on them. And then you've got the head of Toronto Pearson International Airport saying, well, the runway was clear and it's not our fault. They just got the black box from the plane. Like, they're still analyzing everything. So they don't know what happened. They don't know who's at fault, if anybody. They don't know if it was an accident. They don't know any of it yet. And if they do, they haven't released any of the details yet. So to me, this seems like a preemptive strike. You know, when you get in a car accident or there's an injury or something and the insurance company calls you up within like 5 minutes of you reporting it and saying, oh, listen, we'll write you a check right now, okay? So you take this and, we're good. I'm wondering, like, if I'm one of the passengers and, not only did the plane crash, but it flipped upside down, in the middle of winter. Not that there's ever a good weather setting for a plane to crash. But why so soon? $30K US funds. If this does go to court and the airline does get sued, speculation is it could run up in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And honestly, $30,000? Don't get me wrong, I'm not meaning to make light of this at all. I mean, this had to have been an incredibly traumatic event for all of the passengers, the crew. I mean, people, rescuing them, everybody. No doubt about it. But why so soon? 30,000 US. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to cover, and maybe I'm oblivious to how Delta Airline runs or the US system in itself runs with the airline industry. And if I was one of the passengers, I'm not even thinking about this yet. Like, I'm still trying to process the fact that this happened. And what? I certainly hope the passengers and crew get whatever it is they need, medical expenses, counseling. I hope they get everything they need for sure. And call me a little skeptical, but I don't think this would cover it. I don't know. In the meantime, I guess we'll see how this plays out. Would you take 30,000 US to help ease the burden of what you went through? I don't know if I would. I don't know.